welcome back to a very special episode of the Diaries of a Six-Figure Coach podcast. I am Theresa Lambert, and today's episode is extra special because it's my birthday week. It was my birthday on November 24th, and this is the official birthday episode as I am celebrating another lap around the sun. And I want to deep dive into a topic that's really close to my heart, which is building your business from a place of empowerment, building your life from a place of empowerment, not desperation. So let's dive into that. So I think the first thing that I want you to understand that I have learned that this took me, and it's really something that I've intentionally been doing the last couple of years, especially after deciding to leave my marriage, my 16-year-old relationship, my hometown, and my house and my cats and all sorts of things behind and rebuild, is that there was this shift that was required for me from need to desire, from building from need to creating consciously and creating mindfully. And I feel like as entrepreneurs and also as ambitious women, I have found that we tend to wait until we hit rock bottom before we seek help, before we ask for help, before we reach out and say, hey, I'd really love to be in this with someone versus being in this on our own. It's like we need a sign that things are so dire that we justify, or we can justify asking for support. And it's kind of crazy. And really, it's kind of being on this path of struggle. And this is something that I have faced, which is almost an addiction, honestly, that my mind is addicted to struggling my way to success. And I've always been really freaking great to make amazing things happen against the odds, to have make amazing things happen when I'm like literally in the dumpster. Like when I am not in a great place, somehow I have gotten really good to get myself out of it. But it's a really unhealthy pattern, and it's really not serving me. And it is not how I desire or how I want to and intend to build my life or build my business. And so it required me to make this shift from waiting until I'm struggling and be on that struggle bus to make a shift to actually take charge and make more empowered choices, which included saying, I am going to build my business intentionally. I'm going to build my life intentionally. I'm going to take charge and be the creator of that from a place of empowerment, from a place of knowing I'm creating something epic and I'm learning from everything that goes wrong as much as from all the things that are going right, to be able to help me to flip that narrative. And as I've been doing that, more and more conscious entrepreneurs, more and more successful people have come into my life that I meet day after day, more ambitious women, more courageous human beings, more courageous souls that have packed up their lives and moved, for example, to Mexico to live and work from here, have all shown me that we don't actually have to wait for crisis to make a change, that we don't have to wait until things are so shitty before we hire a mentor, and that it's not really about waiting to be saved, and that we have to flip the script from being this victim to being the person that's in charge and saying, I seek mentorship because I want to build something extraordinary. I seek mentorship because I don't want to be on this journey alone. It's like we start to understand that having a mentor isn't about fixing what's broken, but really enhancing what's already on its way to greatness. And that includes your life. And as I reflect on, this past year in my life, I had my birthday in Costa Rica last year, and I moved through a lot. I was still in the density. I was still in healing. I was still releasing a lot. I felt a lot of anger that needed to come out. And I've come a long way in the last year. And literally, I am living the life that I want. I have a business that I've always wanted. Yes, is there things that can be improved? Yes. Is there things that could be better? Yes. Is there things that still want to accomplish? Yes. But I'm not making my goals put myself into lack or coming from a place of, oh my God, I need help because I am like, it's all going to shit. No, I chose mentorship again now because I want to be on this journey with a mentor. I want to know that I have the support. I want to refine, grow, and scale my business. I want to continue to make an impact. And I want to do it being surrounded and on this journey with a mentor that has walked that path. And that's why I decided after just 5 weeks in a mini mind to opt into another 6 months of mentorship with my current mentor, Demi. And I'm super excited about that because it feels so different this time around. Because in the past, yes, I have hired when I had problems I needed to fix. I've hired when I felt almost desperate and I was like, something needed to change. I hired when I felt completely stuck. And it's not like there's a wrong thing with that, but it's the intention in which I chose mentorship now, and that I started to chose mentorship in 2021 and 2022 that's different, not from a place of need, but from a place of I am making some big changes and I want to be supported as I make those changes. I want to make sure that I continue to create consciously. I want to make sure that I work through my shit. I want to make sure that I can have the support, that I can bounce things off and have a sounding board for things in my business and in my life and on my spiritual journey, because I'm creating something incredible. I'm already living a life that's incredible, and I want to be in this with other people. And that's why I chose mentorship. So it was really this move from need to conscious creation, from need to desire. That was a huge shift for me, both in my life and in my business. And it made a huge difference. And that is when we're really choosing to no longer be a victim of circumstance, but just understand that our circumstances, where we are right now, don't define our success, don't define our entire journey, but they're literally a starting point from where I'm starting today. And what am I going to do to get myself moving forward? What am I willing to show up for today to welcome more clients into my mastermind, get another one-to-one client, fill my master classes, create more of a life that I want, right? Like if you know that you want to have a lifestyle and a business that ultimately allows you to work from anywhere, then what are you going to do? Start doing today to set yourself up to be able to do that. And who do you want to maybe have by your side to support you with that, rather than being in it on your own? So that's the shift. Now, the second thing is, really celebrating your growth and celebrating your process or your progress. Sorry. And this to me is really so timely, right? Like I think whenever this year comes around, and my birthday happens to be, just a bit more than a month before a new year. So I feel like this is a huge time of reflection and a huge time to pause and sort of think about where we've been and where we're going. And so in my reflection, I had honestly really big epiphanies. I let go of some huge old BS beliefs and patterns that were big for me to work through. But ultimately, I think for me, it's the realization that I have been making decisions from a place of strength and not weakness, that I have been really creating a life I freaking love and a business I freaking love. And I've made some tough choices to get here. I've put a lot of things on the line to be able to get here. I took big risks. Even choosing to make Tulum home for now was a big move. And I sometimes forget it because I think it's become so normal. But I literally was faced with this question with myself because I realized that I was kind of capping my growth a bit, because success, I realized, meant to me living an unfulfilling life. And I was really afraid to be more successful, to be filling my spaces, and then end up unfulfilled, lonely, burned out, and unhappy. And I had to walk through that and let that go and redefine what's authentic success for me and what does a fulfilled life look like. And as I was reflecting on that, I was like, wow, like I live that life. I live in a beautiful, beautiful part of the world right now here in Mexico, which is amazing. I literally live in my freaking dream apartment that is spacious and beautiful and minimal. And I'm grateful every day that I'm here. I'm surrounded by a really incredible community. I have incredible conversations with people and different conversations that I used to. I've made some incredible new friendships that I really cherish. I feel more grounded and more peaceful and satisfied in my life, even though I live a very simple life. But yeah, that simple life comes with beach work days, and that simple life comes with swimming in the ocean, and that simple life comes with dancing under the moonlight and beautiful like new moon and full moon ceremonies and all this wild stuff that I get to experience being here in Tulum. But it was really from this place of strength and also this realization, wow, I have a beautiful life and I get to continue to make it beautiful and mold it and shape it and choose up for more and more of the things that are already working, more of the things that are already like, as I continue to really grow and scale my business, my life and my relationships are all feeling more and more abundant. And that doesn't mean that everything is rosy. Like, a lot of shit's been gone wrong the last few months. There was a lot of things that I again like was looking at and had to work through. Like, I was beating myself up and almost like having shame around the fact that I haven't grown to multi six figures yet and that I'm only a six-figure business owner. I was putting shame on myself for like not being further ahead and having all this belief that people aren't going to hire me to help them grow six-figure businesses if I don't make millions already, and realizing that I don't want to make millions online, because honestly, what's important to me is that while I'm growing, while I'm scaling, I'm living my life. It took a lot to build my business to six figures, and that first 100K for sure was the hardest, but I've been able to maintain a six-figure business. I've been paying myself a regular salary for my business for over a year now, which I didn't do before. And there's been so much growth and so much progress, and I've created so much stability through my inner being and my state of mind and a quiet mind that's really remarkable for me. So my growth is a reflection of my inner peace, of the quietness of my mind, of being able to be still, of choosing rest over always pushing. And I still fall into these like every now and then into these like lanes where I'm like, I gotta push, I gotta push, I gotta push. And then I get back out of it because I'm like, this isn't working. But ultimately, it's always leading me back to what is success authentically for me, and realizing that I don't want to serve millions of people online. I have a way that I work that's very hands-on, and I'm looking forward to work with a small amount of clients each year. And through these clients, I can make an impact. And through my community, I can make an impact. And through this podcast, I can make an impact. Like, there's so many ways in which we can impact thousands and millions of people that don't require us to work with thousands of millions of people. And that was another realization of growth for me, to say, hey, this is what I want. Here's where I want to grow my business to. This is why. And doing it this way will allow me to have the space that I want in my life to pursue other passions, to pursue other projects. I have other business ideas that are cooking that I want to give some time to. But for now, my coaching business, my mentorship business is my main focus. But I see different things in the future for me. And I'm really excited to be building this and to building this greatness. But again, it's always now coming back from this place of strength and stepping onto this path of prosperity and leaving the freaking struggle behind and asking for help before I quote unquote need to help. And it's been really huge to be receiving this, even in little things like being sick and a friend offering to pick me up groceries and me saying, yes, actually, I could use these things. It would be amazing. Like, those might not be huge things for you, but those are massive things for me because they've had such a big impact on my life. And so really, it's about making a conscious choice to surround yourself with people who uplift you, who mirror your aspirations, and who've walked the path that you are embarking on. So I think, really think about this as a life creation. Like, this is more than just, doing things. Like, think about your life as, I am creating this consciously every day. My current situation is just my current situation. What am I going to do to continue to walk towards or move towards the things that I want? What am I willing to give so I can receive? How am I showing up day after day and really enjoy this process, enjoy my life, enjoy my business, enjoy the journey, rather than shaming yourself for not being where you are yet, or making yourself smaller than other people and pedestaling other people, and always telling yourself that you can't do this yet until you've done that, or you can't do this until you've done that, right? Like, instead of saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, this isn't going to happen, this isn't working, what is already working? What are you already enjoying about your life? What does authentic success look like for you? And what kind of support do you want to get yourself there? I think these are big questions that I want to inspire you to ask yourself, because they've been huge for me. And this growth has been incredible. And, I stand by what I teach. I stand by what I do, like getting to that first 100K, not a walk through the park, making changes in my life and moving away from this whole idea that we have to struggle to succeed, not being always easy. Like, it's came with resistance. It's come with the willingness to really face my BS, face my truth, understand what's true and what's stories, and let go of so much along the way to be able to be grounded and allow things to just unfold the way that they are meant to, and look at everything that I'm doing in my business, in my life, as the things that are working or the things that not, as lessons, and knowing that everything happens for a reason. And I know sometimes we don't want to hear this, but what are we learning from those things? What are we learning from what's happening? If something's not working in your business, what are you learning from it? Is it really not working? Or have you just not given it enough time and patience? Have you really fully shown up for it? Right? Like, are you really clear around what you're communicating and who you're communicating it to? I mean, there's so many things we can look at, and obviously this is what I do, but lessons are there to teach us something. Our journey is here to teach us something. And by the time this episode airs, I will literally have finished the first ever retreat. And my entire being and soul is telling me that there will be another retreat coming in 2024, even though we had one person that joined us. And I know it's going to be an exquisite experience. She's going to get a VIP experience. I mean, then I say that, God knows, somebody else could join in the next couple of days before the retreat begins. But bottom line is, I'm going into this and I'm going to deliver an amazing experience, being proud of supporting this beautiful entrepreneur that's coming to Tulum through this retreat. And I get to spend an entire year with this incredible entrepreneur. So I'm so excited to support her on her journey to her first 100K. But the thing here is, I could be sitting in despair and being like, only one person has joined. I'm a failure. What am I doing? How can I teach people how to create and launch programs if I can't put more than one person into my retreat? Catch my drift here? Like, I could look at this as a victim, and instead I'm looking at it and saying, for whatever reason, this one person is supposed to come here and we're going to give her an absolutely incredible experience. For some reason, there's going to be 3 of us, and we're going to use the power of 3, which, by the way, is my life number, which is really exciting. And I'm turning 39. I turned 39, which is also, all my threes. 3 plus 9 is 12. Divided by 4 is 3. So there's a lot happening here, which is kind of cool. This is my last year in the 30s. There was 3 of us on this retreat. It's going to be freaking incredible. Something really magical is going to be happening at this retreat. And I'll record an episode to share what the retreat was like, what went down, and all those things. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this launch. I learned a lot about launching a retreat. I'd never launched a retreat. Launching a retreat is different than launching offers and programs. That's what I learned. Also, dates are really important. Probably wasn't the best dates for a lot of my beautiful community who's from the US. So I learned a lot. I learned a freaking lot. Also, leaving more time. Really, probably didn't leave enough time to plan this. So, there's things I learned from it. But again, I know it's going to be incredible. And I get to show up for this one person and deliver an amazing experience. And I truly believe that through that, it will leave ripples and there'll be an impact for it. So it might not look the way I thought it would, but I can sit in shame and victimhood around that, or I can go into it being like, it's going to be an incredible experience. And my question for you is, can you feel the difference? because there is a huge difference. And again, it's the same reason why I want you to choose mentorship from a place of empowerment, from a place of I am building a six-figure business and I get to hire someone like me, like Theresa, to help me to build to that level, versus I am in trouble, my business is about to falter, I can't pay my bills anymore, and now I'm going to put more pressure on by like extending myself and hiring a mentor because I literally need to be safe. There's a very different energy around choosing mentorship because we want it, choosing mentorship because we want to have somebody in our corner on our way to hitting those milestones, whether it's your first 100K or your next 100K, versus coming from this victimhood place. Can you feel the difference? Okay. So lastly, I want to talk about the power of proactive mentorship, right? And I think this lies into or ties into what I just said. But why wait until things get tough? Why wait until you're at a certain level before you get business mentorship? Why not start your business journey with a mentor who aligns with your vision from the get-go? Like, why do we need to do everything alone? You're not going to get a medal to do it alone. Like, why do we do that? Why do that? Why come from a place of being reactive versus proactive, right? Like, that's what proactive mentorship is all about. It's about embracing support, again, because you need it to survive, but because you know it will help you thrive, because you know it will get you there faster, right? Like, how can we move into being proactive rather than reactive? That's the same reason why I am all about making a plan, getting clear on your strategy, really nailing some of those things so you proactively build towards what you want rather than reacting, doing the spaghetti marketing thing, for example, right? Like, when we're reacting to everything, you're always in like the defense, right? Like, think about this in a game. If you are playing the game and you're being reactive, you're always in the defense, right? Like, all I see is like balls coming at you, and all you're trying to do is like stop the balls that are firing at you. And it's really freaking kind of like intense to always be like on like defense. And so rather than being in this defense, what about being proactive? What about being an offense? What about being like, dude, I have a solid base. I have a really solid defense team, but I am here to go for it. I am here to go for the goal. I am here to move towards the other goal. I am the one that holds the freaking ball, and I catch the ball and I run with the ball because I know what the ball is. I know where I want the ball to go. And that is about the proactive thing. And when we're more proactive, when we're consciously building, when we're consciously creating life, business, scaling, offers, marketing, messaging, selling, when we're proactive, when we're actually showing up for the things that move us forward, when we say, this is what I want, and here's what I'm going to do to make it happen. And we start to move, and we start to make the choices, and we start to make the investments, and we start to take the time or make the time to take the time to do the things that we actually want to do, rather than showing up for the things that we think we should do, or the things that we're reacting to, right? The things are changing. This is about proactively building a business and building a life that you want. This is about saying, here's what I'm creating. Let me imagine what that's going to be like, and stepping into it now. This is about taking control over the things that you can control, which is ultimately your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. You can't control anything else, but you can control how you show up in it all. You can control how you react to it by actually responding to it and saying, hey, I can respond to this. I can respond to this new golden bullet strategy that's dangling and say, hey, this is cool, and maybe it's working for them, but I have a plan that's unique to me, that works for me, that's aligned with my strengths, that builds the life the way I want. And so I'm going to follow that because intuitively I know it's right, and strategically I know it's going to work, and that is why I'm doing it. And then we're moving into our own lane, into our direction, and we're proactive. Dude, I don't think I've never said dude on this podcast. This is the way. This is what it's about. It's about conscious life creation, conscious intentional business building. Getting to get the life that you want, getting to build the business that you want, with the freedom that you want, with the space that you want. It's going to take freaking intention. It's going to take time. It deserves your dedication, your devotion, and your patience. It deserves you to step up your own game, to step up your own integrity towards your words, towards your desires, towards your strengths, towards the things that you say that you want. The only person that can get you back into the driver's seat is you choosing to be done being a victim of your circumstances, a victim of it not looking the way you want it to, which, by the way, is just how you're thinking about where you want. It's your expectations that you place, and literally saying, I am taking charge of the things that I want. I am the creator and I am the creation. You are the one who has the power. You are the one who gets to create. You are the one who can make a change. You are the one who can choose at any moment to stop being a victim and start stepping into the driver's seat of your life and of your business. You don't need to wait until things are shit. You don't need to wait until everything's so bad that you're so reactive and you're like, I gotta change things, right? Like, to be able to actually get yourself there. At any moment, you can say, I'm going to intentionally create a life. I'm going to intentionally build a business, and I want to do it with a mentor by my side that can help you. This is a mindset shift. It's going to transform your business. It's going to transform your life. And really, my birthday wish for you is that you embrace this journey of life, this journey of entrepreneurship with confidence and a proactive spirit. I want you to no longer wait for a sign that things are bad enough before you actually start building your life and your empire with the right intention. I want you to set the intention now of what you want it to be like to build your business, what you want it to be like to build a life that you freaking love. And I want you to start going and taking the action to do the things that you know you need to do to get yourself there. I want you to literally step into the driver's seat of your life and of your business. That is my wish for you. As you're going to go for another lap around the sun with me on this podcast or through my online community, I really want for you to take back the pen and start writing a new story for yourself. So much is possible. Stop waiting and start actually proactively building and creating what you want. That is what's going to change the game. That is what's going to change the business. That is what will bring the growth. That is what will bring the change. That is what will transform your life. That is what will get you working from the beach. That is what will get you working in the mountains. That is what will have you have more time with family. That is what will move the needle forward into the direction that you actually want. You got to change your intention. You got to change your approach. You got to go from reactive and saying, oh my God, things are happening to me, to this is happening for my learning. This is happening as a lesson. How can I look at it at that and make a better choice? How can I have a better thinking thought? How can I feel the way I want to feel now? And then move with it. Move with it. You say you're going to do something, think about it, do it. Don't just learn, implement it right away when you're learning something. This is how we move, and this is how we move fast. And I'm so excited to be welcoming entrepreneurs, coaches, service providers into my spaces that are ready to build their business to six figures, that are ready to make that first 100K, that are done making 2 to 3, maybe 5K occasionally a month and kind of struggling to pay their bills and struggling to make their life happen. I am here for the people that are saying, I'm building something amazing, and I know with this mentorship, with this support, with hands-on guidance, with getting my offers right, my messaging right, my launches right, my positioning right, my sales and marketing processes mapped out, and a solid plan in place, I'm going to be able to build this proactively. So it feels good for me. It feels good for my nervous system. It feels good for my entire being. It lights up my soul. I know I'm on my way, and I'm going to have my way the way I want to, through help, through support, with mentorship. I am excited for this. I'm excited for this energy shift. I'm excited for everything that's coming. I'm excited for this final year in my 30s for me, and to see what is going to unfold as I continue to live the life I have created and live the life I love living, that allows me to be in this beautiful space, that allows me to swim in the ocean, that allows me to really live a simple but beautiful freaking life that I love. And I'm excited to see who's joining me on this journey and who I get to support on this journey. And if this resonates with you, if this is speaking to you, I have some cool birthday offers available that allow you to come into my mastermind and that allow you to come or have a 6-figure business audit done for you with some extra juicy bonuses. And if this resonates, contact me on my Instagram at Theresa Lambert Coaching. Drop me a voice note or just drop me 100K in my DMs and I will reply to you. We'll have a conversation. We can have a heart-to-heart and talk about how I can support you with mentorship to be able to get you from having a sporadic sales to actually getting to your first 100K, having a consistent income, building your life the way that you want to, building the business the way that you want to, in the way that supports you and the things that you want, and really helping you get there. And the only thing I ask is that you're in it because you want the support, that you've chose it from a place of empowerment, saying, I am ready to have a mentor. I want a mentor. Maybe you're not quite ready, but you're like, I want a mentor. I want to do this with somebody else. And I know I'm building something epic. And I want this kind of support to build my epic life, my epic business, my first 100K. Okay. This is what I want for you. So reach out to me. Reach out to me. Literally. Reach out to me. I will always, as always, link my Instagram below, but this is where I'm at. I'm going to keep this just super simple and super easy. Happy birthday to me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my community. Thank you for being on this ride with me. Learned a lot this last year, but truthfully, for me, it's being able to live a simple life that I love, coming back to my truth, pursuing my calling, remaining devoted to my mission, remaining devoted to my spiritual path, and being open to the epic possibilities of what can come in, while also choosing mentorship, choosing guidance, choosing to ask for help, choosing to support and get support on my journey in all ways possible. And I'm honestly in just the most beautiful, beautiful place in my life at the end of my 30s. And I'm excited. I'm excited. And I'm grateful and I'm joyful. And it's been a fucking ride. And I wouldn't have it any other way. And it's beautiful. All is exactly the way it's meant to. And infinite possibilities await. And holy moly, where are we going to be when I turn 40 next year? Legitimately. I'm excited because I'm creating something really beautiful, and I know so are you. I love you so much, and I will chat with you all soon.